I'm ordained for this. I've been to Valhalla. I've seen the most vicious and most cruelest and coldest white people in the world. They accept me. You can't stop me.
The one, the only, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Across the finish line in 40.07 seconds.
First of all, I want to say Alhamdulillah. You know, Allah always have better plan than we have. And you know, this week they asked me fight with 5 different guys. I say I'm tired about this. If you can bring King Kong and he can make 155, let's go.
If you ask most people what their number one fear is, what do you think it is? Most people's number one fear is public humiliation. Okay. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not afraid of it. Because I've had plenty. And now, it's just time for me to say, I'm tough. Because what does not kill you makes you strong.
How did you get your mindset into this alter ego to be comfortable being Black Mamba? Like, how did that happen?
It's a good separation for me, you know, emotionally, to be able to put myself in a place where at practice, when I'm training or during games, I switch my mind to something else. I switch my mode into something else, right? For me, it's the equivalent of Maximus Decimus Meridius in Gladiator picking up the dirt, smelling the dirt. It's go time.
Always going to be a party. There's always going to be a time to celebrate and a time to join friends or a day to, I mean, the bars are always open. Always open. No matter how old you are, they're always open, you know? What's not always open is the opportunity to check the box in life, you know, to achieve your dreams. That's not always open, man.
People think that you should be weak and you should be docile and then you should be a pacifist. He goes, no, you should be a monster. He said you should be a monster, you should be ruthlessly ambitious and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
I didn't have to shoot up anything, I didn't have to drink anything, I didn't have to go party anything. All I had to do was just go work out. And now what's going to happen is a residual effect of that. Not only does my body grow, but my belief in whatever my current endeavors are, they're just, they seem closer. They seem like, you know, I can reach out and grab them now.
Basically, I have no say so. I don't give a fuck about who wins. You know, basically, there's no fight without me. There's no real championship fight without me. One guy, you know what I mean, who I believe holds an outstanding fighter, you know, like, it's very difficult in this fight to choose because one guy is an outstanding little guy and the other guy's a big man, but he's not a great big man.
I'm back, motherfucker! I'm back! All of this fucking solitary confinement shit got me back!
Fight, so whatever happens, happens.
Mike, why do you have to talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. If you have a problem, turn off your station.
You know what? I think we'll end the discussion right now.
Then we could.
You got it. Have a nice fight, Mike.
Go off.
My brain you cannot process film. It will not process film. Because if I sit there and have to face myself and tell myself you're a failure, I think that's almost worse than death.
Welcome to the pain zone.
It's where we live.
I don't believe in a lot of balance in life because to be the best at anything in life, that scale has to be a little up. Has to be. But in this situation right here, she has to know I got her back like she has my back. So it's not all about me. So we work good together that way.
Don't fight in the north or the south. Fight every battle, everywhere, always, in your mind. Everyone is your enemy. Everyone is your friend. Every possible impossible series of events is happening all at once.
Where it started making me, I had to stop giving a fuck about people. That was the biggest thing. I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I realized that everybody them. That's the one thing I realized. I walked around and I put these people on a pedestal. Everybody was better than me. So I can't tell you anything about me because you're gonna judge me and I'm gonna feel even worse than what I am.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life, rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
What I realized, once I calmed my mind down and sat back and looked at how jacked up this world is, once you realize that you are not alone, everybody that's talking to you about how jacked up you are, only thing they've done better than you is they've hidden their up world better than you have.
The difficult Carter said to me, and Dr. Carter had a tear in his eye. I could tell he felt for me. And he said, son, I'm sorry to say you're not going to box again. And I looked at him. I said, no, Dr. Carter, you're wrong. I am going to box again. So you don't understand what kind of man I am.
Life took me somewhere unexpected and unprepared. It's about 6 degrees out here, and I'm underdressed. But guess what? No one gives a f***. You gotta get the motherfucker in. Sometimes life can really hijack your fucking mind. When that happens to you, you're all f***ed up. Your goals, your ambitions, everything is out the fucking window. In life, we all go through different things.
I can only manipulate the fire. I can't create it.
What a God of million sakes. Never let anyone tell you different. Look at you. What do you believe in, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Can Spider-Man come out to play? The cunning warrior attacks neither body nor mind. Tell me how!
The balls, Osborn! First, we attack his ball.
Sometimes your girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with you. Guess what? Get the f*** over it. They no longer want you. Maybe you failed a test in school. You worked your ass off. Guess what? You fucking test. Get over it. Move past it. Learn to not let life hijack your brain. At work, you've been working your ass off for that new promotion. You don't get it, someone else does. Maybe they kiss better ass than you do. Guess what? Get over it. Life will hijack your mind if you let it. Don't allow all these things to make you a lesser person. You must own your mind. Don't let life own yours. Get after it, stay hard.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
We all should think that we're great. There's no reason for you to not think that you're great. If you don't think you're great, ask yourself why. Why don't you think the highest of yourself? When you do, people have no choice but to follow suit. You have no choice but to follow suit.
Experts have more ways to win than beginners do. And so if an expert goes into any setting that they're expert in, they have so many faster feedback loops that reward them in the moment before the ultimate outcomes.
Sun don't stop for nobody, man. Sun don't stop. Sun gonna be up in the morning regardless. That sun is gonna be up in the morning regardless of how I feel and how depressed I am. The sun is gonna shine in the morning, and at nighttime the moon gonna be there, and you're gonna look up, these days gonna keep going by.
Success is the only revenge. As you expand, they shrink into irrelevance. As you get louder, no one can hear them. You don't beat them, you cast a shadow so big, no one can see them to begin with. When people copy, they copy the wrong stuff because they don't know why it worked to begin with. And when it breaks, they don't know how to fix it because they didn't build it. So don't sweat it. Copycats will always be behind.
I go to the core. I am Invictus.
You don't get that sense of confidence by going through society's rhyme to reasons. You know, you do your own thing, you know, especially when everyone else isn't doing it, they call you crazy, whatever else, you in here, and people driving by being like, what the fuck's that guy doing up so late? Well, what's up so late mean? I don't know. It's the moments in life, the decisions you make on a moment-to-moment basis that add up to be the guy or not the guy.
He was like, the only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist. And that's when he said, success is the only revenge. He's like, it's not the best revenge. He's like, it's the only one. There's no other revenge. Because everything else is petty. Everything else does show that you were thinking about these people all day long, which means they win by default. He's like, all you can do is think about your goal and winning. He's like, and when you win, that's when you become so big that they shrink into irrelevance.
Constantly body punches. When I was hitting him with body punches, and I heard him, actually he was crying in there, making women gestures like, I can't mind it, but I knew that he was breaking down soon.
The difficulty with personal development and entrepreneurship is that you don't know when the end is coming, but you still need to fight like the second mouse who gets out, gets dried off, and gets put back in. And the only certainty that I can give you is that it's the same thing that every other mouse, every other person who got through that period went through. And you won't die. And if you do die, you won't care, because you'll be dead.
There's nothing I can do. I'd probably, sometimes I look in the mirror and I get little frights as well looking at myself, because I am an absolute animal, a machine. So I probably wouldn't want to fight me either.
Tired, 14 days, 13 days, whatever the hell it is. Don't mean nothing. Tired is only in the mind. Tell yourself you're tired, you're going to be tired. And I don't get tired. Make sure we come on.
I looked at him, and I remember, I call it Ese Diablo. He was looking at me, and he just had this like look, and just swinging his hands. And I said, you're not gonna beat me. I'm prepared to die. And I meant that, man. I swear to God on my life, I meant that. I'm even getting goosebumps thinking, see that?
I'm getting goosebumps.
Like, I meant that shit, because I was like, look, and I signed my death warrant right there. I was like, look, if this is how I die, this is how I die. But, you see me, I was trying to get him. I was trying to kill him. I knew, because for me, if I'm ready to die, I'm ready to kill. You have to be willing to give something up as well.
The wise man, the good man, the philosopher, is a man who lives in accordance with nature. He fears only abdicating his moral responsibility. He is not afraid of pain. He is not afraid of death. He is not afraid of poverty. He is not afraid of any of the vicissitudes of the human condition. He fears only that he should let himself down, and that he should be less than a complete human being.
But I'm working so hard, like I say. I'm starting to training when I have 12, now I have 33. I best for everything in my life. I best for everything. Last 2 years I worked so hard. I bring my family to US. I start my camping in America Top Team. I leave everything I have. My mom take care of me and my two brothers alone, you know. Now, Dad, you proud of me, Dad. You proud of me.
You get athletes who turn up to compete, or turn up to train, turn up to train. They'll turn up, they'll do the requisite amount of work, but that's it. Athletes who turn up to compete, they put a bit more effort in, they try to be the best amongst their group. Then there's the athletes who train to win. They train every day, every session, so that they win on match night.
If, when tomorrow comes, you still feel like you need to rest or you need to take a break, okay, take it. But the chances are you won't. You won't need that rest. Chances are you will realize that.
Imagine that you're in a movie, and imagine the movie begins now, and you're the hero of the movie.
Yeah.
What would that guy do?
Yeah.
What would that guy do right now?
Yeah.
Because you are.
How badly do you want it? And how much are you willing to suffer? And very often, everything revolves around the first question, what do you want? Because a lot of people are unclear what they want from life. They don't sit down and think through. We are writing our own life story every day, and yet we don't think about it. Who do we want to be? Where do we want to live? What life do we want to lead? When we've finished our life, come to the end of our life and look back, what do we want to say that we've done?
Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talk about that you were kind of, lonely by yourself. I was the same way. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I thrive in that shit. That's the only place to be.
And if I had only started with just doing what I was supposed to do, I could have done 4 or 5 other things that I was also supposed to do by this exact same point. And so thinking about it from that perspective, I've tried to eliminate as much time between I think I should do this thing and beginning doing it. And I think you get this positive reinforcement cycle that occurs every time you start. I call it pulling the thread. It's like, I just need to start pulling the thread. And then all of a sudden what feels really unknown becomes very tangible. And you're like, oh, I understand the 6 problems I have to solve to do this big thing. But now I know the problems, and then it feels like you can wrap your arms around it, and then you can start taking it one bite at a time.
A lot of people, wonder, how did you become this? How did you become so vulnerable? How are you doing a podcast now when you were this kid? You overcame things. You fought them. And now this is what happens. This is on the other side of overcoming. You become very, very powerful when you overcome yourself. All those things you once cowered from, you were afraid of, when you face them eye to eye every day, you now become a person who has a great podcast.
Don't be careful, be competent. Don't be afraid to be afraid, but just work towards being competent at everything you do. And that is a lifelong pursuit in everything. The way that I've done things is just study and work and learn and just be unrelenting about it. When I'm interested in something, I'm just constantly studying and learning and learning and learning, and then applying and find knowledge. What's true for you is true for you. Don't compromise your own reality for anyone else.
Because once I had my first loss, I took winning for granted because it was just a habit. I was always winning, always winning, always winning. So now I have to, when you win, when you do something amazing, like I did in Atlanta, like I did in Melbourne, just chill, smell the roses, and then move forward.
And we have all these news people judging people who f up in life. And yeah, they made big mistakes. But that person who is judging you on TV, I guarantee you, that news person, they say, I'm glad that my shit didn't come out, but I'm gonna judge the hell out of you. I know that about people. So if you want to sit back and judge how jacked up I was and how messed up my life was, Merry Christmas, go for it. Have a good time. But I'm smiling at you right now, knowing you have a secret that you're not willing to share.